Hello, everybody. Tomo here once again, and I have a secret fifth part of our NorCal Arcadian preview. And I know a lot of people talked about this guy last year, and I know a lot of people still talk about this guy today. So I am joined by none other than Pavlik, aka Saltlord. Saltlord, how you doing, man?
Good, good. It's been a long day, but glad to be here. Glad to say my predictions on these players that I'm super excited to see how they do.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I've been asking everybody if they're gonna go to the Arcadian this weekend, but I know the answer for you. Answer is
Wish I could,
unfortunately
man.
no.
Wish I
Yeah,
could, man. But low key, kind of a throw to make it on the same weekend as Smash Con, but it is what it is. So
oh
yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately I won't be there. But I will be keeping up with brackets, even though I have to worry about my own thing. I'll be checking in to see how everyone's doing, cheering on the boys from however far away I am.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate circumstance that we are on the same weekend as SmashCon. But it is what it is at this point. We are here to celebrate NorCal, not just the ranked players, not just the unranked players, but NorCal as a whole. And I know you've been a part of the community for a long time. You have you are currently a PR player. I believe
Yes,
you're on
correct.
your most
Yeah.
recent PR, and you've been yeah, you are definitely an example of somebody who is a success story of the Arcadian, somebody that
Yeah.
somebody that has gone to Arcadians in the past and ended up becoming a ranked player in their own right through rigorous amounts of grinding. I know you're an absolute money match fiend, but enough about
Yeah.
you. Enough
A little
about
bit.
you. Let's get into these predictions, these hot takes. I know you're situated in South Bay, and I know I've already had a South Bay representative on, but I know you are pretty well connected to a lot of people outside of just your sub region. So yeah, I think I'd love to hear some of your hot takes and some of your
Yeah.
predictions.
So I think I can generally tell the skill level of like a lot of the players better than probably most of the people in the scene. Just because I've traveled literally all over the Bay, and into SAC multiple times just to like play people more and more. Like people know I've uh traveled way too far for these tournaments than I care to admit. But I will start off with I think two of my biggest hot takes. I think Amethyst and Midisty are going to go crazy. Amethyst was someone who was he's from North Bay, I believe. Uh Yoshi player. Hasn't really competed in like 3, 4 months, I want to say. But that dude is insane. His Yoshi, I think, minimum top 16, minimum, if not top 8. I think he's criminally understated, and I've talked to a few of the seasons about it, and they're like, yeah, it's because he hasn't gone to tournaments, but I do think he's gonna go like crazy far. That's my pick for North Bay. I also think when I said Midisty, Midisty is probably, in my opinion, the best ZSS in NorCal. But this dude is the biggest clip fiend I have ever seen. Like, I played him, I want to say like a month ago. I almost got shit on. I almost got clipped out of my mind. I was like, this dude is cracked. I should not have won that set, but yeah, we take it. But I think Midisty, one of the EVHS boys, those dudes are cracked out of their minds. I don't know. That school produces so many good Smash players. But I think he's gonna go crazy. Uh, my pick for SAC. It's tough because I want to say everyone in SAC is like the the higher echelon of SAC is around the same level. So I could see Polar, Nathan Viper, or Jimrude, the top three picks for my. I think Jimrude is going to go the farthest. I think he's the most consistent, and I think he has the biggest clutch factor out of any of the people here. Because sure, Nathan Viper. Here's the thing, like I think Nathan Viper's a good player. I don't know how he'll do under the pressure. I know he got ninth last year, I think, if I remember correctly. So I could see him winning, but if I'm being honest, I think Jimrude stands a much higher chance just from how I've seen both of them play, and I've played against both of them. I think Jimrude is. the clear favorite. That's just my opinion. Hot takes, probably. Um, Another player I think that is gonna go. That's three, right? Basically three. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So here's another one. I don't think many people outside of Ufinet and or some guild houses know of this player, but Violet, she's from Kentucky, and she was here for like I want to say 2 months. I'm not particularly sure. Don't quote me on that. But she's going. Her Zelda is very good. I think if she gets a good enough bracket, because right now she has. I'm looking at this skeletal into Ices into Easy JV. I think she can get top 16, maybe even top 8. There's like I'm looking at the bracket right now, and there are some people, not gonna say who, but I think they are more prone to get upset. I think Violet's one of the consistent factors. The main thing I'm looking for when I'm looking for good players to place the Arcadian is consistency. Because this Arcadian, uh, unlike last year, I think last year had a lot higher highs for the players, if that makes sense. Because people like Shave, people like Future Doctor, people like Shudik were all already well established players. And people knew that. But I think the skill level of this Arcadian is a lot more even, more well balanced. So I think the people who are going to go far are the people who are consistent. Because you have some matchups here that are like you have two Minmins, top 8 seeds. You have a Meta Knight, you have a Kazuya. Like anything can go wrong for some player. Like so that's why I'm looking for that consistent factor. I think like I've named four. Who is my fifth hot take? Hmm.
you tell me. I know that all the players that you've mentioned so far are definitely certified. There has been some overlap between other people's predictions, so
Mhm.
definitely looking out for those people. Violet and Amethyst are new names that haven't appeared in any of the videos yet, but I fully agree. Especially Violet, who hasn't been in the scene very long, and I think the Arcadian might be their last tournament while living in
Yes,
NorCal.
it is. It is.
Yeah,
Uh, huh. I think I'm just gonna name like a few players who I think have a good shot at making a good run, but they're highly volatile, if that makes sense. I think
yeah.
just Sean has a very good shot at making a very long run, but his bracket's very volatile, so I don't really know how well or how bad he's gonna do. Um, I think Enna, if she's playing on hot, she can take some names like very easily. I think uh I'm gonna call him Viov. His tag is alt girls DM me, but we're going with Viov. I think Viov, given his bracket, I think he's gonna go very far. Um oh, here's my last one. I think this player is going to win the Arcadian. I'm being completely honest. It's Honda. I think if there's one
Honda.
person who's going to win the Arcadian, it's Honda. This dude, people are not ready. He is insanely good at the game, and he has all the cheese that H3K has.
I believe that.
It's the worst scenario for someone going to the Arcadian. I think that I would be willing to put money on this if there was one person that I think would win the Arcadian. It's Honda, or working on dying, or whatever is made his tag. Because at like he's gone to like one offline tournament in like the past 6 months. He got fifth, losing to two second players who I don't think he should have lost to, but I think he was just fucking around. He also beat Alex at that tournament. Uh, Alsoda.
Which Alex? Okay.
Alsoda.
Yeah.
Um, and then the previous tournament, he took over like Baron and Mind, I think, at a Galaxy. So I don't know. I think this dude is gonna go crazy, and people are not ready. I think like he is the biggest like besides like the dark horses I named beforehand. He is the biggest like if I had to pick one, it's Honda.
Yeah. I we've talked a lot about consistency. I've talked in previous videos about matchup checking. I think
Mm-hmm.
matchup checking is going to be a lot more prevalent in this bracket, just given the
Mm-hmm.
pool of players and the characters they play. So I think personally, I think Honda is like a really good pick
Yeah,
uh,
because
for for this.
yeah, Honda that doesn't not only has the consistency, he has the massive checking, and that's all you need. If you can consistently massive check your opponent and are consistent enough to like play well at the game, you're gonna have a fantastic run at the Arcadian. And the secret that Honda has, not like I'm revealing it, but it's fine. He has multiple characters. Like he can pull out like 4 different low tiers that you were not ready for and play them at a like very high level. It's honestly phenomenal and very hilarious to watch.
I know that you personally, you're a proponent of randubs and random dittos, so I know you personally
I
enjoy it
would
a lot.
I would know. I would know. This dude is a fiend. He's more of a fiend than I am, and that's saying a lot.
Oh yeah, a lot of the stuff that doesn't go on camera or at tournaments, he's in there for sure. I know this personally
Mm-hmm.
talking to the kids, so yeah, if I had to give my own list, which I didn't give my own list because I made y'all give my list for me. But yeah, Honda is definitely one of the top names on my list. I don't know if I would say he would win the Arcadian, but I know he's going to do very well for sure. But yeah, you're a very very solid list, and I think that it's honestly going to be such a fun time. I wish you guys
Yeah.
were here. I wish everyone that was coming to SmashCon could have come to this instead.
Hey man,
But
if I knew
yeah,
beforehand, it happens.
yeah. There's a lot of planning that goes into this, and unfortunately, I don't think we had much. We had one choice. We either had a choice of making it on Evo weekend or on SmashCon weekend. So it was like one way or another.
Yeah, that's rough.
We're missing
That's
out on a
rough.
lot of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Before we go, Pavlik, do you have anything you want to shout out? Any Twitters, Instagram, social media, other people?
Uh, I mean, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm sure a lot of NorCal already does. It's Saltlord SSB. I recently actually changed it from underscore Saltlord underscore to make it easier to find. Besides that, good luck to all the people at the Arcadian. Prove your seeds wrong, as I said in the NorCal chat earlier today. Spoilers for when this is recorded. If you think you're underseeded, prove the seed is wrong. If you think you're overseeded, prove your seed correct. Just play your best. Don't stress about it. You guys got this. I have my favorites who I want to do well, but I will not name. But whoever you are, you know you got this. I that's all I have to say.
All right. Awesome. Thank you all so much. The Arcadian will be happening this weekend, August 12th, 2023. You can catch streams at twitch.tv/RPSville and twitch.tv/Guildhouse. It will be at Guildhouse in San Jose, and it is going to be so much fun. There's going to be like 300 plus people there. Yeah, thank you all so much. This actually will do it for the Arcadian preview series for 2023. I hope you all had a wonderful time watching these videos. I know I had fun interviewing all these wonderful people, and we will catch you at the Arcadian.